All right, we are live. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I know this is kind of like a last minute thing. Again, that's kind of becoming a trend, huh? No, I was just kind of sitting. I got off of work today, and I was sitting there, and I was like, you know what? I haven't done a plug in a while, and I actually have a couple of channels. My list was starting to get a little long, and it's only getting longer the less that I do these. And the other thing is, I think you guys are enjoying these, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, it seems like most of the feedback I've gotten from you guys has been very, very positive. So as long as that continues to happen, then I will continue to do this. And it's just, it's something else that keeps me entertained. Hopefully, keeps you guys entertained. And who knows? Maybe you guys might enjoy some of these channels that I bring to you guys. Uh, Also, and I know I've said this a bunch of times, but I remember when I was starting out, anytime somebody would notice my channel and they kind of would make a comment about it, it always helped to as positive reinforcement. As to something to continue to do, something to continue to motivate you to continue making content, because there is a point when, especially when you're first beginning, whether you're doubting this is something that you really want to do, or whether people are going to like it. So it's really nice to get some appreciation from people that watch your stuff, and to let people know that you're enjoying watching their content. So hopefully you guys feel the same way. If not, then maybe it's something that I I need to put on the back burner, and or maybe do it a members only. But I don't think that's the case. I think for the most part, um, most of you seem to enjoy this. So as long as I hear otherwise, um, I'll keep doing it. And especially if I start getting negative feedback from the people that I'm trying to, I don't want to say promote, just kind of introduce to some of you that might not be aware of them. Um, I'll I'll continue to do this. I don't think I haven't had any negative comments on it. So, but with that being said, I want to take a little bit of time out and recognize some of you guys that are here. Christine from Sweet Acre Koi Farms, thank you so much for being here. Mike of MNC Aquatics, Sam from Why Are We Always Yelling? Linda, thank you so much for joining us. CRP Fish, Cheryl, thank you so much for being here tonight. Jim's Fish, thank you so much for joining us. Ty, the koi pit, thank you so much. Hopefully, Koi Man is also watching this along with you. Um, Branton's Light Cap, Bare Bottom Brandon, for those of us that know him very well. He's here tonight. The Bud Files, thank you so much for joining us. Lake Missoula Aquatics and Plants, the mouthful name. Ben, thank you so much for joining us tonight, Ben. Wally's Fresh Water Aquatics, Warren, thank you so much for being here. The beautiful, as always, Lisbeth Martinez, that's my wife, for those of you that are not aware. Uh, Not that I'm getting fresh with the audience. But for those of you guys that are joining in, thank you so much. Oh, I know he's always watching. Of course, Koi Man is always watching. I guess to get into this, the very first one that I want to talk to you guys today, I don't think I have bonus channels, just because there's so many newer channels that are out there that I think I'm going to focus on those a little bit more. SC Gabriel, thank you so much for dropping in. The first one I want to talk to you guys about is called splash tanks. So let me go ahead and get them up on the screen. Splash tanks. Let's go in here and let's get a little bit of information about splash tanks. If I'm not mistaken, his channel, well, I think what happened is he's been like most of us, a consumer for quite some time on YouTube, because the channel was created back in 2019. As we can see, he's got about 54 videos. He's getting close to 1,000 subscribers, which is pretty cool. Hopefully, with doing this, I guess, shout out or whatever you want to call it, it'll get him a little bit closer to that. Um, I know, let's see what he's telling us. His goals are to provide fun, entertainment, and informative videos that you can apply directly to your aquarium hobby to promote the most amount of success. And the important aspect is to emphasize on this is something challenging. Hobby is always to have fun. So, there it kind of shares a lot of the philosophies that I have about doing the hobby, and I think a lot of us can relate to that. But the one video that caught my attention was this one that he did on a aquascape that he was doing. As you guys, let me see, let me forward this. There we go. And it's just a little community tank that he did. I like the fact it kind of reminds me of the aquarium, at least the hardscape, the way it was set up to the one that I set up for the children's museum. But he does these updates on this aquarium that he's been doing and stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty good. Um, you know, again, I'm a little bit I guess you could say biased towards Planet Aquascape tanks. I know that's kind of what's trending right now. But I'm also kind of partial to the smaller fish. As you guys, anybody that's been following me for a while would know that. Not that I have anything against the big cichlids. It's just uh, like I've said before, the problem with the bigger ones is that there's always an attachment to them. Even they don't necessarily have to be the bigger fish, but you start getting into fish that are about 5 inches or bigger, where they become a lot more identifiable and have more personality. There's that big attachment to it, and I don't know. Like I told you guys, I'm a chicken. I don't want to get attached. But anyways, this is the one video that I remember that came across my algorithm, and you know, I started watching some of that. Let's see what else he's got in here. Let's look at some of his other videos. He's done some unboxing of some fish that he's bought. He's kind of showing you how he was doing his hardscape, trying to set up that tank there. It looks like he's got some instructional videos on how to do some things, how to trim your aquarium. Trying to see if he does any product reviews. He's done some species. I guess he started out with African cichlids. Um, I'm I'm getting to a point. The more that I see these, like this tank right here, God, there's just something about these fish that's so attractive. Um, and it just I know these were the rave a few years back, but like everything else, I think it'll eventually come around. And yeah, because this video is like 5 years ago. It's right at the peak of when African cichlids were really, really, really going 100 miles an hour. But yeah, so he's got a little bit of different species. You can see there that he's kind of gone through the evolution of the hobby. We all kind of started at one point, and as we discover more things that we like, we start heading in that direction. So that's what he's got on here. His videos are pretty good. Amazingly enough, he doesn't have that many videos. You can see he started about 5 years ago. Must have taken a break, a long break, because he goes 5 years without putting out something, and then 8 months ago he starts posting videos again. So there must be a reason why he probably took a break. And now that he's started posting, he's doing about one a month. And I think they're pretty much updates on his aquariums, unless something special happens. Um, it seems like he's doing once a month videos. They're getting pretty good views, which probably is one of those, like where they do the prolonged recording over the month. He's been doing some shorts. I think he might have a lot more shorts. Yeah, there's a lot more shorts in here. Um, so he's been taking advantage of doing the shorts and things like that. So that's splash tanks. I Well, somebody already subscribed. Well, thank you for doing that. He's already went up to 946. So that's the first one. The next one I want to talk about is going to be Forever Aquatics. Let's see, Forever. Oh, it's the at, not the at Forever Aquatics. Now, Forever Aquatics is into. Oh, why? What is it looking in Google? I didn't. Yeah, he's more into the cichlids. He's got the bigger cichlids. You can see up here, he's got some silver dollars. He's gonna have some of the bigger tanks with the bigger fish. Again, I don't. It's not that I dislike these fish at all. It's just I kind of like seeing them, and other people have them. Uh, a lot of the times, you get to the point with some of these bigger species, um, they require a lot more tank size to properly keep them, and so it's just one of those things where I have to decide: do I want to allocate some of my bigger tanks to some of these bigger cichlids? Right now, I haven't gotten that urge yet. I do really enjoy watching other people keep them. I get to enjoy the beauty and not the drama. That's one of the things that happens out there. Hey, what's up, Fishy Biz? Me too. And see, mixing it up and matching all colors is fun. Yeah, that's the one thing about cichlids, especially if you get into the African cichlids. It's just the colors. You can't really rival the colors. There's a reason why they say that a lot of people confuse them for being saltwater fish, because I get it. I can see that. Um, and that's the thing that draws me to them. The only thing is that it's like playing with fire, because African cichlids, one day everything's fine. The next day, one of them goes on a rampage and kills everybody in the tank. And I don't know anybody who's had African cichlids who doesn't have a similar story to that. That's the only thing. That's the only downside. And they're not cheap. I think they've gotten a lot cheaper than when maybe 5 years ago. But still, I don't think you're paying less than $20 for one of those fish. So imagine you got a tank full of, you got to keep at least 20 in there. So that's almost like $200 worth of fish. And that's like the real basic ones. That's not, you start getting into some of these other hybrids that are out there, and it starts getting more and more expensive. Yeah, Drew's not going to be able to boot anybody off of this live stream or chat. He wields power, but not the power that he wields in his channel. So if you guys want to wish Funk a happy birthday, wish away. All right, so let's go back a little bit to Forever Aquatics. I know he does a lot of like videos like product reviews. His fish room reminds me a little bit of the way it was laid out when Boss Aquatics started doing videos out of his basement. It's got the similar lighting feel to what he's doing down there, but he's got different fish. Again, it seems like he's more into a lot of the bigger cichlids and stuff like that. Although he does have a community tank with some rainbow fish that he's got in here. He's got some roseline barbs. So he's kind of encompassing a lot of the other fish in the hobby, but predominantly I think he's more into, and I could be absolutely wrong, but just from watching some of his videos, it seems like mostly either African cichlids or South American cichlids, or New World, Old World. That's what I've also heard him called. So again, he goes doing some product reviews. He talks about some equipment that he has. Obviously doing updates. When you have a fish room, you're always doing some updates and stuff like that. He's always talking about what he likes to feed his fish room. So those are always interesting. You can learn about new foods that are out there available. So he's, talking about some growing some plants and some of the things that he's learned from doing that. So this is pretty much, and I guess he has a little bit of a wide spectrum of tank sizes. I see he's got a 20 long, and he's got a video for a 120, 125. So he's got a pretty broad spectrum of equipment and stuff like that. Again, he does some store tours, kind of like what I do. So there's a lot of similarities to a lot of the fish room channels, and check them out. If you like what you see, well, then give them a like and give them a sub. I'm sure he would really appreciate that. So that's Forever Aquatics. The next one I want to talk about. This is a young man that I just recently um again, the young man thing, right? Is Dio Aquatics. This gentleman is building his fish room, what I think is his basement, and it's pretty cool. I mean, he's been documenting the entire process, which is what I like. I think he had a little bit of forethought into doing this. What the hell? Why is it disabled? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's something that I needed to talk to him about. He's got his videos set up for children, and I told him that if he doesn't change that, we can't leave comments and stuff like that. That's why. And I think he responded, and he was going to look into it. But in here, he's kind of started. I guess he had aquariums in his living space upstairs, and recently he started setting them up in his basement. But he's doing the entire build from nothing to where he's now, and so he's been kind of documenting all that, kind of going through the build. I find that kind of stuff interesting. I really enjoy watching that stuff, even though I've done it, and I don't necessarily record it when I'm doing it. But I personally enjoy watching it because I always come away with a new idea of doing something different that maybe that I didn't think about. And all of us that have fish rooms, we know they're never really done. There's always uh, a project that we're working on, or something's changing. We're trying to figure out new stuff, that kind of stuff. Hola, David. And so, you know, I thought it was pretty cool. You can see where he kind of had his stuff originally. He's talking about how he's going to change it up. I really think it looks really nice. The outcome of what he was doing. He goes through the process of setting up his I think his auto water change system. Excuse me. He also does the airlines. He does his own lighting. So there's a lot of little projects here that I think if you're looking to do stuff like that, he does a pretty good job of documenting the information on that. So I think that's something that would be pretty cool. He's talking about all the new tanks that he's recently come across. So uh, I like it. I thought it's kind of a blog style, what the way he does his videos, and he's very personable. That's the other thing. He's very personable, so it makes it real easy to watch. So that is Dio Aquatics, and let's see what else. What else? I think he doesn't have a whole lot of videos. The only thing, like I said, is the fact that because he has it like for children, and until he goes and changes it on his YouTube, that's the only thing he's got right now is just videos. I don't think he's done any shorts, any live streams, any of that stuff yet. Last video, he did an update about 2 days ago. That's good. I need to go watch that. And I hadn't seen the rescaping bow. And but again, I I think I think you guys would enjoy this channel. I really do. I think he's doing a good job, and it's kind of cool to see somebody going through that phase and then see what happens after that. I think he talks about trying to breed some fish. They're not just display tanks. I think he's going to try to do something like that. He's kind of got a plan. You can tell just from when he starts. He's kind of got a. He didn't start out like most of us where we just start throwing up tanks here and there. He kind of had a plan from the go, and from the jump start, and he's been kind of documenting all of that. So I thought that was really interesting. So that's why I thought that would be something that you guys would enjoy watching. I know I am. Then that's usually the criteria for me. If I like it, more than likely somebody else is going to enjoy it, and so forth. This is School of Fish. Let me see if I can. This one I might have to type it. Oh, here it is. So School of Fish. School of Fish. I want to say he is this the one that has the store? I think aquarium keeping, retail, breeding. I think he has a fish store if I remember correctly, because I've been watching a lot of these channels. Uh, he's selling for profit. But either way, um, let me see. He's going. Yeah, I think he does. I want to say he does have a store, but yeah, yeah, I think he does have a store. But it's one of those where um, he's got some information out there. I don't think his channel is. Let me see when did he start up his channel? Okay, so he's been on since 2019. But he's only got 20 videos. I knew it was a smaller channel. I remember that. But he's new shipment. So I guess he's doing some unboxings. I'm assuming this is for a store that either works at or is his personal store. And so I thought that was kind of cool. I would definitely give him a go check him out and see if there's stuff you like there. I'm right now. Most of his videos are about some of the the more exotic fish, like the bichures. Some of these. What is that? A Midas? I think. I don't know. He's obviously got a giant gourami. Looks like oxalatos. So he's keeping some of I guess you could say the harder to keep species, quote unquote. But yeah, it would. He just started posting. Well, he started 2 years ago. Okay, I don't. Okay, this is what I hadn't noticed. Maybe he hasn't posted anything recently. Oh, okay. Let me see. Let me make sure. Yeah, okay, yeah. That was about a month ago, the last video he did. So again, this is another channel that started a little while back. Um, let's see how far back does it go. About 6 years ago, he started posting stuff, and I guess he just takes breaks. He must, when you're trying to run a business, it kind of consumes a lot of your time, and I'm sure you like to be able to be posting more, but sometimes you don't. I got a friend of mine who owns the chlorophyll corner, and I always tell him, dude, you got to post more videos and stuff like that. And he always wants to, but day to day business and life get in the way. And he's always telling me, yeah, I know, but he hasn't been able to do it. So, but that's the other one, Skool of Fish. Check him out. If it's something you like, then again, give him a like, give him subscribe. Let me see. The other one is fish, scales, and shrimp tails. Yeah. Again, this is I don't think he's only got 34 videos. He's just I guess it's just a guy with a fish room. He's not necessarily running a business. Let's see, 2012. So he's been on YouTube for a little bit longer. Let's see when his first video was, because I don't think he's, if I remember correctly, he's let's see, 4 months, 5 months. So he's been doing some beginner stuff. Yeah, about 5 months ago he started posting. So yeah, I knew this one was a little bit newer, and I guess he was kind of going through a phase where he was documenting. I wonder what it was. I think it might be. See, he's got a series called In the Beginning, so it might be about him setting up some of his aquariums, talking about the process. Those are always cool. There's a lot of information that you can find useful. I know I find useful sometimes because I'll pick up new things that I hadn't thought about, especially when it comes to trying to present this information. So I guess this one is kind of like the evolution of the aquarium that he had set up, and he's kind of giving you monthly updates. Toby, what are you doing? Don't get out there. Come on. Let me see. Let's go back to, again, is this one of the other one? No, I do have all the notifications on. He's done some shorts apparently. Well, he's only got one short. He doesn't have any live streams. So again, 5 months ago, started posting. His last video was how long ago? You can tell, oh, 4 days ago. So he's trying to do about at least a video a week. It seems like he's trying to do something. Um, so it's he's got some species profiles that he's done. So sorry, sorry about that. So that's what he's got going on. All right. So the next one, this one has been pretty cool. I got a fish tank. This is the one thing that I've always said that I've always found interesting. This is a guy who just well, I guess he's 5 months in now, uh, or something. Or he's been a couple of months in. No, I think he's been like 5 months in, but he's only been posting for a while, and uh, and he's been documenting from the beginning of setting up an aquarium, and he's very adamant about not knowing any of this information. He just wants to document it for the purposes of learning and looking back on it and maybe learn from some of the things that he probably did incorrectly and stuff like that. And I thought that was really really cool. I've always liked those type of channels where you get to see the growth from zero to where they are now in their journey. um I think I wish I had done that. Let me put it to you like that when I started out. And I know a couple of people that I knew that were just starting out. I've kind of told them, dude, if you, or not dude, but because they're not always dudes. I said, but there's always that hesitation because you don't want to put information out there that makes you look like you don't know what you're doing. But that's okay because, like what he says in the beginning, he doesn't know. So to me, that is admirable to admit the fact that you don't know something and you're still willing to take the risk and actually share that with us because that's so valuable. Especially a lot of us say that we're doing this to try to help out beginners. What better way to help a beginner than taking them through the journey of going from zero knowledge to whatever knowledge you have gained up until this point? um, I think that would have a lot more credibility with somebody that's trying to begin this because it's been documented. You have the evidence to show that there was a growth there, that it's not somebody that's just uh, is coming off as a know-it-all, and there's no evidence to demonstrate what knowledge they might have. So I've really liked it. I've been enjoying it, and you can see that I was been watching this at work today, as a matter of fact, and so that would be kind of cool. I still have a few more videos to watch to get through to see where he's up. But he actually, I left a comment on one of them, and that's where I know that he's been doing this for 5 months. He goes, "Oh, dude," he goes, "you need to watch my latest video because you'll see there that he's got multiple tanks now. He went from only having one and cycling it and going through the cycling process and learning all those things that we learn along the way to the point now, I guess, where he's running I think like 5 tanks he said that he's got set up. So he went pretty quick. And a 5 month span, that is quite the growth there. So but that's his channel there. Hopefully you guys find it as interesting as I did. Let me see. I know usually in this one you guys are just kind of talking amongst yourselves. I don't know if you have any questions. Uh Koi Man, the character is freaking awesome. Yeah, I agree, Moose. Um, that I wish I had the forethought to create a mascot for my channel. That is like the coolest mascot out there so far. And I've been telling Ty there's got to be more Koi Man. Koi Man's got to get out into the world. Okay, so the last one I have for you guys. This one was recommended to me. I was already watching them, but I had at least 5 people um, reach out to me and tell me about this channel. So that should be an indication that people have really been enjoying his channel, and that channel is beside peaceful waters. I think the again, if I remember correctly, it seems like he took a break. He had started the channel. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it with the at, if I remember, to be able to find it quick. There it is. Yeah, he's still a smaller channel, so um it's not coming up. Yeah, I think he had taken a break. He had started his channel a while back. He's only got 20 videos. Again, he's somebody that's been on YouTube since 2019, or at least this version of him. Because I think a lot of us start off with our own personal account, and then we get that idea that we want to do something that's fish related, so we'll create a channel with something that has a name that associates it with that hobby. What the hell's going on with me today? Again, he's only got 20 videos, 137 subscribers. But again, this is somebody else that's been kind of documenting his journey. It's a 10-gallon tank, if I'm not mistaken, what he has set up, which is kind of cool because that's a legitimate size tank to get into the hobby with. And if I remember, he had posted about 8 months ago and was doing pretty regular. And then somewhere along the line, there was like a little break. Not that long of a break. That's what it was. After 7 months, took about a 2 months break, and then posted something, and then took about another 3 months break. And now it's just kind of been a little bit more consistent. You can see he's been putting videos out a little bit more like on a weekly basis, it seems like. And his channel's just kind of been growing there. It is a 10-gallon aquarium. Again, this is somebody else that's taking you through the journey of going from zero to his current state. He started out with, what most of us start out with is, hardscape that is decorative and not necessarily a lot of natural stuff. And slowly he's been making that progression to the point now where I think he's playing around with a lot more plants. As you can see, that it's an evolution. And I really like that stuff. I think that's so cool. Again, I'm a sucker for people that document their journey on YouTube, and that's what I really like about him. He's got a real like Zen vibe. That's so cliche, but yeah, he does. So he's like real cool about it. Again, personality oozes, which makes the channel that much better. And those are the ones that I have for you guys tonight. Hopefully, you find a new channel that you enjoy binge watching. And if I don't hear any other if I don't hear any negative stuff on this, I'll continue to do it. And I will definitely continue to try to bring to you guys these channels that are out there, trying to make content and stuff like that. I know ALA Aquatics. He's also somebody that's a little bit newer, but he's been doing some live streams lately. I guess he sells really good plants. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Fathom Aquatics just recently did an unboxing video from some of his plants. He's been busy out there. So if you guys get an opportunity, oh wait, he doesn't have. Hey, I gotta fix that. Give me a second. Let me go to my live stream. I'm trying to get you a wrench so that you can click on other people's channel and automatically be able to go to a. Let me see. Oh, you moved. Darn it, you guys. Hey, what's up, Garcia? Let me see. Where did he go? Oh, there it is. Click on that. Clicking too many buttons. Click once. Nope. No. There we go. Add as a moderator. Standard. There you go. Now, the ability of having the range, I don't expect anybody to moderate anybody. I don't have a problem with anybody on here. Um, I don't get trolls for some reason. I've been very fortunate of that. I'm not necessarily saying that I want trolls, but if I get them, I don't have a problem. I can deal with them. Uh, this now allows you any of the people you see in this chat. You can click on their name, and it'll give you the option to go check out their channels. I think this is one of the best ways to be able to grow the community, to expose you to new content, um, especially when you're a smaller channel. It makes it very difficult to find the smaller channels on on YouTube. It just buries them unless you have the handle where you have the at and whatever. It won't take you directly to their channel. And you guys have seen it here. I'll type in the name, and a lot of other stuff will pop up that has a lot more subscribers before you actually get uh to the people you're actually looking for. And sometimes, and this has happened too, where their channel name and their handle name are not the same. So it makes it even harder. Hey, Brian, it makes it even harder to find them. And so with this, when they pop in here, or you're curious about somebody and trying to find out if they're posting videos and stuff like that, you don't have to depend on anybody to drop a link. You can just click on their name. It gives you the option to go check out their channel. I find it incredibly useful, and hopefully you guys do too. And again, like I've always said, I got to give credit where credit is due. This is not an idea that I came up with. This is something that I took from Father Fish, because he started doing that way back. Um, so, with that being said, I don't have any other. Well, I do have, but I'm not going to do them tonight. Just to let you guys know, tomorrow morning I have the great fortune of being joined by Jody P. She's going to be my guest on Mexicalian. So we'll have a little conversation. Hopefully, we'll be able to wrap it up before Kyle goes on. So I guess it's going to be 9:30 Eastern, which would make it what, 6:30? No, yeah, 9:30. So it'll make it. It was going to be, yeah. I guess it is. What is it? 7:30? No, 6:30. 6:30 Pacific. I don't know. I know it's 8:30 for me. Yeah, so it's got to be 7:30 Pacific. So it's going to be an early one. But it just kind of, the timing worked out, because I got to do some stuff in the afternoon, and there's a lot more people going on in the evening, and I definitely don't want to interfere with any of that stuff. So I found a little window of opportunity in the morning. It worked out for her, that's the important part, is that my guests are not inconvenienced by being on my live stream. So it just kind of happened to work out that way. So with that being said, I know some of you guys are just rolling in. Thank you so much. Stephen P, June, David Mendoza. Let's see who else just came in. Aquatic Moose, Brian. That's Peplin Creek Aquatics. I think that, and obviously Garcia Aquatics. I got it. ALA. Allah. Allah Aquatics. Let's see. And I think that's pretty. Oh, no. Brandon, I said hi to earlier. I'll say hi to him again. Don't want him to get his feelings hurt. Sarah the Great is here also. Oh, Benjamin Peters. Thank you for joining us tonight. Let me see. Oh, just one more fish. He's also kind of new. I'll have to talk about him in the next one. And Jake from State Farm. No, from Hagen Hills. Hagen Hills Design, or Katie, or it could be both. And so I want to make sure that I get everybody that came in tonight. Alan, Aquarium Animals and Me is also here. SE Catahoula. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I think that is Mike from New Local Austin. Oh, how can I forget Craig? Craig from Craig's Catfish Caves. Oh, GNC Aquatics, Gabriel. Thank you so much for being in here. David Mendoza from Peces y Más. Let me see. And of course, Drew, Fishy Biz Aquatics. It makes me mad. Yeah, you have no power here. I'm sorry, buddy. Sorry, not sorry. Latoya from Lake to Land Aquatics. She kind of snuck in here, didn't say much, but I see her now. And wow, it was quite a bit of you guys, especially for a late weekday night. Now that I've gone this far, I got to make sure I don't miss anybody. I know I said hi to Cheryl. Oh, Night Owl Aquatics. How you doing, sir? Let's see. Sorry for the awkwardness, but I'm trying to read and scroll at the same time. All right. If I missed you, you better chime in before we get out of here so I can. Oh yeah, Hobbytown Dean. Thank you for joining me tonight. I think that is everyone. Well, guys, again, thank you so much. Oh, Janet Holly, thank you for coming in. Thank you so much for being here. And if you can, I'd appreciate it if you guys catch it in the morning. Mandy, where were you hiding, Mandy? We got Rachel, Boots and Cats, coming in. So with that being said, you guys have a great night. I know there's some other people going on right now, so go see them. You guys take care.